In the world of broadcasting and show business, milestones are certainly to be honored, as they traditionally are reserved for the most talented, hardworking, and entertaining individuals, which is probably why I never celebrate them. But our next guests are most deserving and very generous with their laughter. As co-hosts of the acclaimed PBS series, Story in the Public Square, Jim Ludes and Wayne Miller will celebrate their 400th episode this Sunday, July 6th. And we couldn't be happier to welcome them right here to the Road Show today. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Great to be here.
Great pleasure to have you here. You know, I think the world of both of you and the work you've done is
same here. It's mutual.
Well, I appreciate that. The work you've done is just stellar. This program by now really has become a Rhode Island institution. But before we get to where we are, let's talk about where you've been, the origins of this program. Wayne, how it kind of got off the ground and really how you got going in this.
Well, we had an annual conference. And we decided at some point that all the resources we were spending on this annual conference might be better in a different format. And so 8 years ago, in January of 2017, we started Story in the Public Square. And we had a couple of really early great guests, including Loren Spears, who's the head of the Tomahawk Museum. I'm sure most of your viewers know of her or know her. And it was with Rhode Island PBS, but it was just on that station.
Right.
And then a couple of years later, Jim and I said, you know, let's see if we could go national. And we succeeded in going national. And now we're all across the country. 400 stations?
300 stations, 500 broadcasts a week, yeah.
Which is truly phenomenal. And for you, Jim, to look back on this, does it seem possible that you've experienced this amount of growth?
No, and you know, as speaking personally as someone who made peace a long time ago with the fact that I have a face for radio, the fact that we're on television all over the country is minor miracle.
Well, the mission of the show, let's talk about when it began versus now. Has it remained the same, Jim? Have you evolved? Has it changed over time? Because when you start something, it never looks exactly the same way years later.
No, I think it's gotten pure. So from the beginning, what we wanted to do was sort of dive deep into the stories that are part of public life. We're surrounded by stories all the time. We live in a storytelling civilization.
That's right.
And what we wanted to try to do was shine a light on the fact that things that people often present as facts, as sort of grounded in some sort of certainty, are really more myths and stories. And so maybe in the process of having what we hope is an entertaining conversation every week, we can also encourage some critical thinking that makes people look a little bit deeper at some of the assumptions and, again, the stories that we're confronted with all the time.
Open that conversational door, so to speak.
Exactly. And what Jim brings to the party is public policy and politics. And I bring storytelling. You know, I'm an author, a journalist. It just came together so nicely. And we have to give a shout out to Rhode Island PBS. The crew there, our folks there, just have been tremendous in building the show and doing it every week, basically. We're on 48 times a year. Is that correct?
48 new episodes a year, yeah.
48 new episodes a year.
And when you're producing that much original content, it doesn't happen by itself. There's a whole group of people here that really make it happen.
Well, you do that in about 9 weeks, but yeah, it is an entire team effort. And we've got one of our crew members is here today, and we've been really blessed to work with truly exceptional people, both at Rhode Island PBS, also at Sirius XM, the satellite radio company where the show broadcasts 5 times every week.
I'm intrigued by the title, Story in the Public Square. Wayne, could you speak to that briefly here?
Well, again, you know, that's storytelling.
Yes.
If you go on my website, you see storyteller. And that's the way I envision, that's the way I see my career, what I've done for many, many years. I was a staff writer at the Providence Journal for many years. Yes. Now I'm down at Salve at the Pell Center running Ocean State Stories. So story is my business.
That's
I guess that could be the motto.
That's the name of the game. Any memorable guests, Jim? People that really stand out for you?
They all stand out, right? Every guest is special. But you know, our most 2 recent award winners were Ray Suarez, who's a legendary PBS newsman, has a recent book titled "We Are Home." About the immigrant experience in the United States. And then Sebastian Junger, best-selling author, whose most recent book is In My Time of Dying. One looks at what reminds us to be an American. Right. The other looks at what does it really mean to be human?
Yes.
And in those two episodes, I think you sort of captured the
Yeah,
breadth
absolutely.
of what we do every week.
So very powerful. Let's talk guests you can't stand. Any duds? People that were just awful. No.
We're not going to fall into that trap.
No, I'm just being silly because that's what I like to do. But in summation, in wrapping up, what does the future look like for the show? What can we look forward to?
We're going to continue to do what we do. I should note that we're on, in this market, Rhode Island PBS 11 o'clock on Sundays and then rebroadcast 7:30 on Thursdays.
And the 400th show is this coming
this
Sunday.
weekend.
this
right.
coming weekend.
Well,
correct.
you both are to be commended. It's very laudable work, and storytelling really is at the core, the essence of entertainment, I believe, but also when it comes to being informative as well. And you've both done such a remarkable job. So congrats on 400. Here's to the next 400 episodes.
Thank you. And here's to your next 3,000.
Something like that.
Wherever you are, because it's way more than 400. We know that.
Each one of them a gem. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Congrats
Thank you so
again.
much.
For more information regarding PBS's Story in the Public Square, you can visit us right now for links to them at roadshow.com.